Malachi, how difficult a start has this season been for you guys, do you feel?
Yeah, I think it's been obviously a challenging start. Played against 4 good sides so far. Not got the results we've wanted, but the good thing is that it's at the start and there's obviously time to rectify it as well.
4 defeats, but I mean, it's not as if you haven't been involved in all of those games. You've had a chance in all of those games to pick up points, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely had a chance to pick up points in those games. Yeah, it's been difficult, but I think obviously, I think the word is just to kind of stick together for a tougher period, and I'm sure obviously we'll get through it.
I mean, in a way, you're one of the longer-serving players at the club, having arrived in January. How difficult has all that change been over the summer?
Yeah, it has been difficult. Obviously, new faces, trying to gel together and trying to be a unit, a team together is difficult when it's new. Take it for myself, I've been here for all of like 6-7 months as well. But yeah, I'm trying to help lads that are newer, try and gel and try and help them, try and better them as well. So it's difficult, but we know it will come.
Tom has been full of praise for you. I mean, have you felt that you've been one of the stronger performers in the early stages of the season?
Yeah, I feel like I've been positive. I try to help as much as I can. Yeah, I think normally when I have a run of games, it's normally when I perform a bit better. But yeah, I'm just focused on helping the team as much as I can. It's not been ideal at this moment in time, but yeah, we just need to focus on the next game, which is Blackpool, and try and rectify that.
We've talked about you being in games. What do you need to do to actually get things out of games now?
I think there's a few things. I think obviously the first goal could be a big factor. It does test our resilience, of course, when we go a goal behind and that, but I think getting the first goal, we're creating a lot of chances to start with as well, which is good. But a goal in the first 15-20 minutes will probably change it. But yeah, I think we need to kind of know that not every game's going to be perfect, and we need to kind of battle through certain games which are harder.
You need to find a turning point to your season, really, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be a turning point. Hopefully, it's going to start from Saturday, which is what we're all hoping for and working hard towards. But yeah, we know we need to rectify it.
Difficult time for the team, obviously. Difficult time for the fans as well. What would your message to the Green Army be?
Yeah, it's obviously important that they're with us, and I think they have been with us. We understand their frustration as well, because everyone sets out to play well, to win games, and to do their best for them and for ourselves as well. So it isn't ideal, but yeah, we're just hoping they're going to stick by us as well.
Brilliant. Best of luck. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Hello, Malachi. You're a young player, and there's a lot of young players in the team. Yeah. How difficult is it for you guys when there's boos, whether it's aimed at you or other people during the game?
Yeah, I think it is difficult, but like we understand like the frustration that the fans may have as well, because everyone wants us to do well. We want the club to do well, the city, the community to do well, and so it's understandable when it does happen. But yeah, I think everyone's entitled to how they're feeling. But yeah, it's just trying to get out of that situation now.
And I think the fans are right to have high expectations. You know, when Argyle are in League One, there comes a pressure in a good way of people expecting you to do well. Yeah,
of course. That's the thing about being obviously relegated from the Championship, is you're expected to go straight back up and obviously win every single game, but we know football isn't necessarily like that. There's going to be challenges, there's going to be difficulties, but yeah, we're just hoping that we can kind of rectify and go through a better time to get us back up there.
As Alan said to you, you've played regularly, and when we've spoken to the manager, he's been complimentary about your performances. The results are the most important thing, but can you take something out of the fact that, you know, the manager's happy with the way you're playing?
Yeah, definitely can take confidence, but I'm not the biggest, I'm not the greatest, the biggest loser in it. So like I like to win. I like to kind of have that to go with it as well. But
we like to watch you winning as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it would be nice to obviously get wins as well as opposed to just doing well only. But yeah, it's more so about the team right now.
You came in at the end of the winter transfer window and probably didn't play as much as you would have liked, I'm sure, in the relegation. What was the sort of the last 2 or 3 months like for you? You came into a new club. It was a bit of a whirlwind with new manager, Liverpool, Manchester City, and a relegation. Yeah. That was a bit of a sort of hectic few months, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a hectic few months actually. It was something sometimes you don't even expect. Sometimes you're thinking, okay, you're going to come in and play, but I understood where the club was at, where we were as a club, so it wasn't more so didn't really have no ill feeling towards anyone for how it was. I understand how the game goes sometimes, so it was just more so kind of just working hard every day to help the team, whether it's going to be on the pitch or off the pitch. It was just as much as I could to help that.
And do you feel a bit more settled? Do you feel fully settled now?
Yeah, I feel a bit more settled. Obviously playing games is obviously what I've wanted to do the most, and try and help. Obviously getting the wins to go with it would be ideal, but I'm sure that will come. Just need to be a bit patient, and then hopefully get more wins up there.
Good luck to you and the lads for Saturday.
Thank you so much.
Still got 42 league games to go.
Yeah, exactly.
So is that how you're thinking as well?
Yeah, definitely. Like season's not defined in 3 or 4 games. So I'm obviously optimistic about what we're building, the culture we're building, and the people around as well are very good people. So I'm sure we'll be all right. Yeah,
Chris and Alan touched on it. You haven't been here that long, and yet you're sort of one of the mainstays of the team now. So, and again, I think you said a good thing there. You're a winner in challenges, so you want to win football matches. Yeah. Full stop.
Yeah,
that's the message to the fans, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. I think that's first and foremost what everyone looks at and everyone sees. It's not who's played and how you've played. It's just have you won a game, basically. So. First and foremost, we know we're in an industry where we need to win games and perform. But it's one of those ones where we are a new side and we're trying to get new ideas across and paint new pictures. But it will come, definitely, I'm sure.
I hope you could paint a good picture, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Ready? We're not live yet, are we?
No. All good? Go on now.
Tom, let's start with good news. Another signing for Argyle.
Yeah. So it's a department we've been trying to strengthen. I think it's risen its head a little bit too often, to be honest. It's a signing for now, but a signing for the future of the football club as well. And we're excited to have a high calibre defender coming in the building and helping us achieve our goals. It most likely will be introduced in around the Cheltenham game. So he's not done a pre-season with the club and things like that. So maybe not oven ready to go straight away, but so one we've had our eye on for a long time and delighted to have in the building.
It sounds like you beat off quite a bit of competition from Championship sides to land him as well.
Yeah, well, that one I'm not too sure about. There are a lot of rumours flying around at the minute, but yeah, he's got a very good CV. He's got a lot of attributes that we're missing at the minute. He's a natural born leader, a bit like Alex, who you saw last week, and they're qualities that we've been missing, especially with Joe Edwards and Conor Hazard out injured as well. So. No, pleased we've got another one in, and yeah, one or two more still to go.
Where are you at with the one or two more, particularly the striker?
Yeah, we're a lot closer than we were when I last spoke to you, and yeah, it's progressing nicely for us. Here in time for the weekend, I'm not sure, but it's progressing well.
Injury-wise, how are you looking ahead of Blackpool?
So muscle cramps were for Galloway and Mitchell, so they're fine. Joe Edwards will be back in the squad, so Joe Edwards will be back, which is great news for us all. And yeah, we've got that little group of players returning towards the end of the month, which will be Patterson, Asaka, Hazard, Mackenzie.
How important is it you get a result against Blackpool on Saturday?
Yeah, hugely. I think both clubs. It's a huge game for both clubs. You know, it's both clubs would have had tensions at the top end of the table. Now our starts haven't gone as planned, but it's really important for us. You know, we don't want to put too much pressure on the game. I think that there'll be enough pressure on our players at the weekend to add any more to that. But no, it's important that we're for the environment. But yeah, 4 defeats, you can turn that around and you can say, okay, it's all a process. It's about the long-term journey. But at some stage, you need to nip it in the bud, and it's really important we do that on Saturday.
Because it's a cliche, but in a way, it's true as well, isn't it? It's a marathon, not a sprint. The league race.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, my job is as simple as short-term results and developing players for the football club. Now, short-term results is my most important job. So that is exactly what we need to start improving on. Now, where we can take a little bit of comfort is speaking to Richie after the game on Tuesday. His Leyton Orient team lost all 4 last season and ended up in the playoff final. Richie won't mind me saying it. I spoke to him yesterday about how he turned that round, and every year he's had to build a team there. He's had 12 players leave and 12 come in, and that doesn't click overnight. The players that we've had come in are young players. I think we had an average starting age of 23.0 or something in the week. Young players maybe from below this level. You know, we've had lads come from Chesterfield, Gateshead, St Mirren, Fleetwood, Crawley, Exeter, and it's difficult to adapt to the speed of things straight away. And these are all things that Richie said to us after the game. And we work so hard, in my opinion, so well, to a process that will deliver results, and I'm really content that it will. We're suffering at the minute, but I'm sure the corner is coming.
Yeah, I think Orient's average age was about 25, and looking at their experience, I mean, they'd played just over twice as many games as on average as the Argyle starting 11. And I mean, when you're not going quite how you want, that's when you do miss the likes of Joe Edwards and Pleggy and that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't have the luxury of picking those boys, unfortunately, at the minute, because when confidence is a little bit low, you need those on-field coaches, you need those organisers, those game managers. So yeah, never underestimate not only the individual, but the impact that individual can have on the rest of the players. So yeah, we're lacking a little bit of that. I feel like we brought it in with Alex and Matthias, and yeah, we'll be maybe looking to add 1 or 2 more.
Because August is always a funny month, because you don't know until the end of August, when the window shuts, exactly what you're going to be competing with going forward, do you?
Yeah, it's there's pros and cons to doing our business so early. So for me, it was really clean. I think 5 or 6 players were in the building before I got here, and I knew that all the best players from last season were going. So that was, I didn't have to adapt too much. There weren't too many question marks over who was going to be here, who wasn't. Now, I'd be disappointed if we lost anyone from now to the end of the window. I'd be disappointed if we didn't bring a couple more in. But I think you do need that adaptation process for a new head coach to see where are the areas we need to strengthen. Now we've gone through that, and it's all about executing those deals now in the last 10 days.
Brilliant. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
Hello, Tom. Could you give us an idea on Julio Plaguesuelo and how long he might be out for? You've said it's long term, but do you know how long term?
Yeah, we're expecting 4 months, so it'll be very unlikely to see Pleggy this side of Christmas, really. He's got a long road ahead of him. He's got the mentality to get there, but yeah, gutted, because he's someone who I respect as a player and a teammate.
And that all stems back to that niggle he had in pre-season, and it's not improved and got worse, presumably.
Yeah, exactly. So when the knee swells without an explanation, it's a bit of a worry. So we tried managing that and continued, and he needed further assessment. They've gone in to do a sort of an exploratory surgery and found an issue. So yeah, Pleggy's got, like I said, a tough road ahead of him professionally, and yeah, let's wish him well for that.
We'll all wish him well, because we know Julio's is a great guy. He's always a good guy to talk to in these sort of interviews. So, yeah, I'm sure we all wish him well. It is good news, though, to hear that Joe Edwards is going to be available to you on Saturday. I think you mentioned recently it might be the Swansea game, but it's good to hear that he's back in advance. How much of a boost do you think, one, he'll give to your young team, and two, the fans in the stands who know what a great player and servant he's been to this club?
Yeah, he's priceless. You know, He's just his presence alone in the dressing room on Saturday will be key for us. Those pieces of advice he can give to the young lads. The fact that confidence is the thing in football. They're human beings, and when you've seen it and been there and done it a few times and got thicker skin, I think you can deal with it a little bit like myself. Sorry, Joe's one of those that. Okay, we have to admit that confidence of both teams on Saturday might be a factor. Now the few more that you've got like Joe helps with that, and yeah, really good to see him back.
I'm sure you and the players realise the fans are frustrated because the results haven't been great. No one's happy with the results of the way they've been this season, and fans pay their money. I think you said so after the game. But from your perspective as a head coach, but also as a former player, how much of a help can positive support give to a team in this situation?
Yeah, massively. You know, I think I hit the nail on the head the other day. Our fans are the exact right balance of demanding, which they should do. We want them to do. Supporting, we don't feel a disconnection between the team and our supporters, which is really important. When you feel that, then you're in trouble. We still feel like they're behind the team. They are connected to us as a team, and we have to roll our sleeves up and be the catalysts on Saturday and repay them for that. I think when it turns personal to individuals is when you can really affect someone. So the support that Brendan Wooder received and the turnaround that he showed to be one of our more consistent performers against QPR and Lincoln shows you that supporting these people as individuals really does help. But yeah, I think our supporters have got a real good balance between demanding. It has to be must be better than they've seen. But there's still a connection between us, and that's what we feel.
A lot of these press conferences, you've told us about players getting injured and losing players, but you mentioned Brendan Wooder, and you're going to have him back available on Saturday. That's, whether he comes into the team or not, obviously your call, but that's good to have him back available to you. Yeah,
and I think it's important, it's healthy for any squad that you have to leave good players out. You have to leave senior players out. We're in the week, we're starting with young Tegan, big ask for him. We're bringing Hatchie on to be an impact in the game. It's a big ask for him at this stage of their careers. Not once yet have I had to make a decision about, I'm leaving a senior player out. Right, you've got to train really well this week to be in that lineup. So these are all problems I'm going to start to have now, and they're good problems for me. And the environment and the competition for places, you have to be at a certain level, competing at a certain level, performing at a certain level to play for this football club. And those are problems that we're going to start to have now, which is healthy.
You mentioned Matthias needing a bit of fitness work. Is he going to have to do like a sort of mini pre-season now to get up to speed for the Cheltenham game? Yeah,
so we're in touch with what he's been doing with a physical trainer and a personal coach, but there's nothing like training with a team and being involved in matches ultimately. So yeah, we're not expecting him to come in and start the next day like we were with Alex. It's going to be a little bit more of a process. I think the cup games are good for those introductions. Swansea might be a little bit soon for him. Cheltenham definitely not. And then he'll be good to go.
And it's good to hear you sound fairly hopeful on the striker front. Obviously the fans are desperate to see one come in, but probably no more desperate than you are to add the striker to the squad.
Yeah. It's I've said it numerous times. Bim and Owen are players we really respect, and we brought as projects. They are for the longer term vision of the team and the football club. Now they've had to be required to perform a lot sooner than we were expecting, and that's because we've not quite got that 9 in the building. So yeah, we are pushing hard. We know how important that position is. When you look at the spine of the team that I was trying to improve 2 weeks ago, we've got 2 centre backs now. Conor Hazard is ever closer. The 9 is getting really close, and the final piece in the puzzle for me would be midfielder.
Best of luck for Saturday.
Thank you.
I famously remember you saying after we lost the opening game there were still 45 games to go. There's still 42 games to go in this league, isn't there? You know, I think we've been used to the Championship for the last 2 seasons, and you have. So there's still a long, long way to go in this, isn't there?
Absolutely. I mean, the 2 big things that you've said there are one, this is going to be a process. It's going to be a long journey that we go on together, and that's what I signed up for. I didn't think it would be easy with losing the talent we did and integrating 12 new faces, potentially 14, 15 by the end of the window. That's tough. Plus a new recruitment department, some changes at board level. It's a big transition period the club's going through. Now, no excuses from me. Results must be better, although we're looking at process and journey, the next game's hugely important for us that we get a result, and we have to control. The players have to control what they can control. All right, confidence is a thing in football, and technically you can have off days, but control what you can control. Run for your team, tackle hard, communicate to your teammates. Those are things that I feel like we've done, and we have to do to a maximum level on Saturday.
It's interesting that you spoke to Richie Wellens. Alan and I interviewed him after the game, and he said very much what you said. He actually said that he could also use that against Argyle in the fact that the fans may get on your back, and he was quite surprised they didn't, you know, and that's credit to them, isn't it, you know. But I also spoke to Martin Ling, and he said exactly what Richie said, that they lost the opening 4 games, and then there was an incredible turnaround. Yeah. Sometimes that sort of, you know, as a player, sometimes when things don't go well, that tightens you as a group, doesn't it? You literally can build on that. You know, if maybe you'd won a couple of games, might have papered over some cracks. So
yeah, absolutely. I think Richie will have been saying to his team, we start the game well, it's an environment that could turn. Now it didn't. I think the first goal's mighty important on Saturday. Let's not beat around the bush, but if we're creating a siege mentality here, let's include our supporters in that as well. You know, look, we're a football club that we've been turned down from where we are geographically. It won't be the first time, it won't be the last time. It's a football club that's maybe overlooked because where we are in the country, not just on transfers. So let's really create a togetherness as a club with its supporters to fight our way out of this. And I've got no doubts that Saturday we will do that. But for me, I would always say the players have to be the catalysts for that on Saturday.
Yeah, I think you're right. My last question for you, I know through talking to you that you're a determined character, aren't you? You don't buckle quickly, do you?
No, there will be absolutely no shirk in this challenge. You know, I'm ready to meet it head on. I think when me and Simon spoke in the summer, we both made a commitment to each other that we're in it for the long run. And yeah, I don't think either of us are panicking. We're completely ready to do what it takes to make this a success. If I'm one thing, I'm determined, and I'm a hard worker, and I think that we've got the quality along with that from a playing aspect and from a coaching aspect, that things will eventually go exactly how we want them. Now there's a bit of suffering we're having to do right now to get there, and we are, and we will. But I feel like the corner is about to be turned, and Saturday's an important time to do that.
Would you agree as well that, you know, if you suffer together, then the good times are even better, aren't they?
That's what football's about, you know. That's why I'm not sat in a punditry studio, because I like the highest of highs, and with that you have to suffer the lowest of lows. I like the extremities of the feeling you get being in my position, and yeah, you have to accept there are low points in this job, but even if it's one day every 3 years, from my playing career, probably 4 or 5 stand out, and the 15 years of suffering and hard work, those 4 or 5 days were all worth it.
You're probably too young for punditry, Tom.